Alrighty. Um, this is probably gonna be the most accurate hero tier list out there now. I know changes keep making with these updates. I think the last few hero tier lists that I made weren't too accurate, but now I'm gonna see if I can make it more accurate. So right off the bat, I can tell you the strongest hero right now, and I don't care what people tell me, it's Keeper of the Grove. He's the strongest in the beginning. I think he beats any summoner. He has the best level, one of the best level 6. I'm not saying the best, but one of the best. That's an amazing radius of healing. Thor Navarro is actually really good, especially against people who keep getting shamans and ghost stuff like abominations and torrents that do a good amount of damage that gets reflected on, which is 30% level 3. Um, his level 1, I mean his first spell isn't the best, but it's very underrated. If they don't have something like to dispel it or their dispel units get killed, sometimes that level 1, the first spell, sorry, if it's level 3, they can kill heroes with that spell, man. It does a good amount of damage, and it puts a hero at a lock where they can't even move. So it's really good. And then the trees, of course, even if they get stolen by the spell breakers, it's not that a big of a deal. Like, oh man, how can I take this shit off? Hold up. Freaking annoying ads, man. Hope it's not a virus. I don't even click on those, but yeah, it was getting annoying. Anyways, so in draft, maybe the summoners won't are not gonna be too good because a lot of people go for breakers, but many people don't go for breakers. I think the number one thing if they see breakers and necromancers, they automatically go for necromancers instead of breakers because necromancers give you that unholy pick up skeletons, and cripple is actually a really good upgrade against tier 3 air. So maybe in draft is gonna make a lot of the. So I'm gonna focus on the summoners first before I actually move on to something else. So the Archmage, the water elemental is actually really good. I've seen people get Blizzard level 1 all the time. I'm like, damn it, dude. You always want to go for water elemental. It helps you win lanes. This guy is not as good as the keeper, but he's actually really good. So he's A tier. He's level 6, can help you win games, but if you do it under fort, I think I was a dumbass when I was like level 7 or 8. I ended up getting more the aura instead of the level 6 tornado, and then I think I was fighting against an inferno, and that inferno ended up doing his level 6. If I would have done the tornado is an amazing spell if you want to counter something like the Beastmaster's level 6 or the Inferno's level 6. All right, so this guy's actually really good. Now, if you're playing draft, he probably might go to C or D, but I honestly think all of the heroes right now that summon casters, even with this spell, they're doing really good. I think he's more of a high B, low A, but I'll put him an A. Maybe he'll go back to B. I think in my other hero tier list, I put this guy on D tier. Nah, he's way too good. As a matter of fact, I think the only hero that deserves a D spot is probably Blade Master. He sucks as a first hero. He can be good. He's probably a good second choice, but you're better off choosing a hero who has an aura as a second choice. They need to really buff the Blade Master. His health is way too low. He dies too quick. He doesn't have anything to help in the army. Like, sure, if you have 6 items, they're gonna have make you really annoying. But a lot of people know how to counter them now. Like, if you have a lot of normal attack, it kills the Blade Master really quick. The problem is that there's a lot of idiots that have something like piercing damage or a lot of other damage that doesn't do more damage to heroes. So the counter to heroes is just slow them and lots of normal damage, and if you can actually lower their armor. Because most Blade Masters they will go for Quel'Thalas, So they're already getting that armor upgrade, which is gonna be very annoying as well. All right, next summoner. Well, Blood Mage, you can say he's a summoner, but this is level 6. Let's go with this one. This guy is really good as well. I think, with all honesty, he makes you win a lot of the early games. I mean, early rounds, not games, early rounds. And he's really good as a keeper, but not as good as a keeper. So he's gonna stay on S tier. Now his first ability, I'm not gonna say it sucks. It counters the Pit Lord, but again, like if you have something like this spell, you can take it off, man. I wish they can actually have that first ability not get dispelled. Like to that would be amazing. It's similar to that of the Keeper, but it just lowers the damage permanently. For like a several seconds. I don't know how long the spell will last until it gets it dispelled. Plus, you get damage. And then the third passive skill does a lot of damage. I usually get like one or two gloves, sometimes three, but it's rare. You don't want to have more than three. I think it's just overkill if you have more than three. And you have speed buffs, that will be even better. Now, you don't want to have gloves and Unholy Frenzy. I think with Shamans, the Bloodlust does make you have an amazing speed, but I think with Unholy Frenzy, like that makes it even, the spell itself makes it faster. So, all right, the Farseer is another one that's a good one. I think the Wolves kind of suck. So, with all honesty, like the Wolves don't help you win lanes. And I'm sorry if I'm gonna put this guy, but I think this guy deserves on the B tier. He might move to an A and get replaced with this. But yeah, I've seen so many people get wolves and they don't help too much. They take a longer time to cast, like their cooldowns are way too high. If they can lower the cooldowns for these guys, that would be really great. Like if they can lower it by, I don't know, 5 seconds at least, 3 to 5 seconds, that would be really helpful. I feel like the wolves is not even worth getting, to be honest. And if you are gonna get it, just put level 1 on it and that's it. Focus on chain lightning and fire bolts early enough, especially chain lightning. And sometimes you can focus more on firebolt if they have something annoying like a hero that's a tank with COD. The firebolt really does a good amount of damage and stuns up a lot of the shit. So, and Alchemist. I was gonna say Tinker. I keep confusing these guys' names. Alchemist is another good one right now. So I think he's better than the Beastmaster, but not better than the Archmage. So he's right there in the middle. So again, all the summoners are one of the best right now in this game. Like the wolves, they haven't shown me to be anything really good, to be honest. So, and then the Tinker, he attacks air, which a lot of people don't know that. They think there's like the Alchemist, which you need a freaking orb. I seen people get orb with this guy when he can attack air. His level 6 is very broken, man. Like you can get a lot of gold from this guy. Um, Most people go for healing, which his healing sucks. His acid bomb is where he shines. Now, if you want to put him in the front, that's gonna be bad because usually the acid bomb usually it targets the targets that are in the back. So I usually like to put him in mid to the back so he can actually use the acid bomb towards the front line. So again, he's not a really easy unit to use. He's actually a really hard unit. I think one of the hardest ones in order to manage him because you gotta know some of the mechanics, and most people don't know the mechanics of this because you wanna have the hero more towards the back because you'll have the melee. They're separated, so they get closer. As soon as they get closer, then the acid bomb comes raining in. But again, the acid bomb comes targeting the specific targets that are usually in the back, but since he's in the back, he'll see the enemies. I'm like, I can't target the ones in the back. So the acid bomb will be targeted more towards what's it called? More towards the front line rather than the back line. Ah, man, this is a really tough one. He's actually a really good hero, man. Uh, yeah, I think I'll put him at B tier for now. Not anything too fancy, but he's not a bad hero. Blood Mage is really good. His third skill sucks. His second skill is not even good. The banishment, maybe if you have a lot of worms, it can be good, but just level one. I see people go level three banishment. It's like there's a lot of dispels, a lot of stuff that can be attributed, and sometimes it can actually help the hero stay alive. They gotta have a lot of magic damage in order to make a difference. But where he shines is his level six, and the first ability is just so good right now. So he's not a B tier to be honest. I honestly think he's better than the Farseer. Even though the chain lightning is so good, but I still this guy is a level 6 Phoenix. Does AoE. If it dies, it can come back if it doesn't get killed by the egg. I've seen people actually win games because of this guy. So he's an A tier, probably right here. Oh boy, now I'm gonna go with the silence heroes, which they're really good. Princess of the Moon wins a lot of the games as well, so she definitely deserves a spot on S tier. Now, more so than these two, I don't think so. I feel like she's more of a second pick. Even a first pick, she's gonna get her ass kicked. The aura is really good. Her starfall is wonderful. It kills a lot of the targets. It even hits stuff like destroyers, to be honest. So she deserves to be an A tier, but not higher than that. Dark Ranger, I think she's worse than the priestess. At first, I thought she was better. Her level 6 charm is really good as well, but I think she doesn't have an aura, man. So with all honesty, where she shines is the dark arrow and silence. The dark arrow is actually good, but there's a lot of people that go for the healing, which I mean, I know you want to win lanes. It can even win you probably the first few early games, but you don't. I mean, I wouldn't go for that one unless you really want to win the lane. I guess the first two lanes, if you're like on dueling with your hero, you can get it just to win the lane. But aside from that, nah, man. Like silence is where it's at. So right now, silence is like broken. So they belong on the S tier. All right, Demon Hunter. This one's not that good of a hero. He went with a bunch of items. He's similar to the Blade Master, but the only thing that he shines is his level six. Um, his passive skill makes him stay a little bit longer, but I don't know if I should put him at D or C. He's gonna stay in C tier. Doesn't win games that much, and there's way to counter it now. A demon hunter with healings and armor is gonna be a demon hunter that's gonna be really hard to kill. But again, there's a lot of people don't know how to counter that. They usually go for more air, magic damage, or more piercing. I'm like, you gotta go for normal damage to bring those heroes down. And I feel like the right items on Demon Hunter, he can be more of a menace than the Blade Master. So that's why I'm putting him at C tier. DK has such an amazing level 6. The Unholy, the Aura. If you have it, you can stack it with the TC's Aura with the speed buff. Um, Most people don't know that either. You can move faster. So if you're moving faster with this, and if you add it with the buff here, it actually stacks. I seen it. That coil, I only get it one time just to start nuking or hitting some of the targets. Level 3 coil is not that good. Now, DK is really good with the packed level 3 skill. If you have fiends and ghouls and necromancers and gargoyles, it's gonna be amazing. If you put a lot of items, it's gonna do wonders, man. Now, I seen people ruin my games. They're losing lanes and I have DK. I'm like, man, I want to put items. You only want to put items whenever your teams are winning lane, especially both of them. But if one is winning, you can still put items. But if they're losing lane and if you start putting items like 6 items, you're actually doing a really bad decision and making the other team win, keep winning because you're already losing lane. You want to put more items. So, oh man, this is a really tough choice for where to put him. I think his upgrade's better than the B tier. He's not S tier, man. I'm sorry for those people who think he's an S tier. All right, he's gonna be A tier, but I think I'm gonna put him right. Oh man, it's tough. I think I'll put him right here for now. That might change. The Leech, powerhouse unit, just like the Farseer. I feel like the Farseer and Leech are do good. Now with the Leech, he does a lot of slow damage, so it's really annoying, man. And then his level 6 does a lot of damage on area effect. So I always thought that Farseer was better than this, but now that I think about it, nah, the Lich is way better. So I'm gonna have to put this on A tier, but probably the lowest A tier possible. Right there. I'm thinking of maybe putting it right here in the middle. It all depends. If it's draft, then this guy goes right here in C tier because everybody can choose. But if it's mixed or classic, then this is more of a accurate assessment. Mountain King, yeah, Mountain King. I think he can be a little bit worse than the Demon Hunter, but he's way better than the Blade Master. Yeah, he's a C tier. I like him a lot. I still get him just to use the stomp and then the throw. He can be really good at dealing with very beef up heroes. So I think I do the mistake of choosing the abilities. I get the first ability, the hammer, or sometimes I get the stomp if I get him as a first hero, but it's rare. He's usually my second or third pick. So first and then second and then first again. And then if you get the stomp again, it's like you're better off just getting the passive skill number 4 and then level 3 hammer. So you want to have level 1 stomp and level 1 passive skill by level 5 and then I'll have the 3 hammer throws. The stomp is at level 3. At first I thought it was really good, but nah. The throw, especially if it snipes heroes, it does a lot of damage. So and if they cast something like a fucking level 6, like that any of their level 6, if they he throws a hammer, it interrupts their level 6. It's actually really much better than most people think. Now, yeah, mana burn, almost nobody uses mana burn, only against the Sea Witch. Trying to think maybe the Mountain King is better than Demon Hunter. I need to think of second here. Yeah, I think yeah, this should get swapped. I think Demon Hunter's a little bit worse hero. Yeah, I think this is more accurate. Alright, Sea Witch heavily on items as well. She kind of sucks without no items. Fork Lightning is actually decent, but not better than Chain Lightning in my opinion. Um, what's it called? You gotta use items with this hero, you like it or not. At least 1 or 2 ropes because of her ability to stay alive with her third skill. The Ice Arrow sucks. It's very situational unless you're dealing with something like a beef up Blade Master, then you want to have something like Ice Arrow. But even then, it's not worth it, man. Like even that's the only one you want to have Ice Arrow for. Now keep in mind, if you're gonna have Ice Arrow, you cannot have orbs. You cannot put orbs. So I usually like to put orbs with her. Her level 6 interrupts just like the arcs. Level 6. But I feel like, yeah, I think she probably belongs here. Right behind Farts here. Silent, Shadow. What's it called? Shadow. Damn, I forgot his name. I call him SH. This guy was really broken. They nerf his level 6. After they nerf his level 6, he's still good. Other than that, I will probably put him in the S tier. His healing is actually one of the best ones, if not the best one. Let me see. Well, yeah, Keeper's level 6, he can't beat that. The healing, but his level 1 skill is actually really good. The mutation, all you need is just level 1. You get level 2 and 3, you're just wasting skills right there. You're better off putting positive attributes. And the level 3 Cobra does a good amount of damage, man, to be honest. And then the targets usually don't target it right after all the army's killed, then they go after the serpents. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe this guy. I'm not sure if I should put him on S or an A. I'm trying to think here. You know what I'm gonna do? Sounds more accurate. Right there. Helps win games. I don't think he deserves a spot on S tier. Only because his cooldown for his level 6 is takes forever. And most people that use it, they don't even toggle it. They just automatically use it. And it's not a really easy hero to play as. Like you gotta wait the perfect time to when to use that level 6. And sometimes the level 6 glitches out. I've seen situations where the level 6 only lasts for like 2 or 3 seconds. I don't know what causes that, and I've seen his level 6 last forever until he dies. Again, like it's very situational, not anything major. It's just his level 6 and healing that does. So I'm gonna put him right there for now. He might change to S tier, we'll see. Paladin. Paladin is worse than the DK. I know his devotion is amazing. These freaking ads, dude, they're freaking annoying. I already click on the X multiple times. It's not letting. This is what I hate about this website. These freaking ads. His devotion aura is actually is where he can shine. And then his divine shield is really good for him to stay alive. Healing is not anything major. It's good. And then the DK's level 6 can actually counter that. So if this guy were to use his level 6 after DK uses the level 6, then he can get screwed. So I don't want anybody telling me that because of the devotion aura he can be better. Nah. His level 6 gets cancelled. His movement speed helps, and movement speed usually can mean a big difference in pushing towards the fort faster and making sure that you're there on the first side to get the bonus. Um, man, I think I'll put him slightly behind the DK. Or you know what? Right there. Right there sounds about good. I think I think the Tinker with the Goblin Factor, just his Goblin Factor is really good. His level 6 is not that good. He's gonna move, man. Now that I think about it. Right there in high B tier. Beastmaster. Man, I really want to put him. I think he'll play swap right there. Sounds a little bit more accurate. The panda is very similar to Demon Hunter, but I think it's better than Demon Hunter because he Drunken Haze does is there's no way to actually dispel that. So he's B tier, C tier, sorry, but he's gonna move. He's a high C tier. Bitlord, the level 6 was really good back then, and I feel like it kind of got nerfed over the updates and games. So I usually would put him on top, but not anymore. His passive skill, I don't know, like this guy barely deserves a B spot, but he's gonna be the lowest B spot right there. Still think that Tinker's actually a little bit better. He can attack gear as well. Tyrant Chieftain, his passive skill is where he shines, and Shockwave. The stop at first I thought it was good, but now that I've been playing a lot of games, it's not that good. The reincarnation got a nerf really bad. Like he gets picked up really quick, and for some reason he just dies really quick. So I feel like the TC is no longer a S tier, and with all honesty, I don't think he's even a B tier. I mean A tier either. Yeah, I know I'm gonna get bashed for that, but yeah, I think he deserves to be a B tier because he's not gonna make a big difference. You know what? I take it back. I'm gonna move this guy right here because his Goblin Factory does play pivot role. So all the heroes that are A tier and up, they're game changers in the beginning. Um, Maybe the DK and Paladin are not, but their level 6 can really impact a lot of the game as well. The reincarnation, like I said, for the TCs, not anything major. Yep, that's pretty much because remember the beginning, if you're winning lanes, it means a big difference. You're gonna have that gold bonus. So you're winning lanes and you're already in the 20-minute mark. I think you're ahead like 1,000 gold more than your opponents. So you're by definition you can already have two more worms and an item. Dreadlord, he dies too quick. I feel like he's better than the Pit Lord, but not better than the TC. I feel like maybe this guy deserves a spot right, mm, spot right there. And then with the aura for this one, yeah, right there. I think that's more accurate. He's B tier, but not anything major. Crypt Lord, very situational as well. His level 6 can make you last a little longer, similar to the Panda. Mm, he stuns. I feel like he can be a little bit better version than the Panda, but not anything better. Oh man. But yeah, the stun is actually really good. I think he deserves a spot on the B tier. I'm trying to remember if I Yeah, there's no summoning, so he's gonna be barely B. Barely B. Warden, she's a paper tiger. You need to put items on her with Blink. Her level 6 is actually really good. I think she's probably the best C tier right now for this. Let me see if this is the more accurate description for the direct strike. I know a lot of people might disagree with me on Beastmaster, but trust me, even with the spell Dryads, it's really hard to deal with the bears. So most people go for bear level 2 by level 3, which is smart. If they have a lot of the spells, if they don't, I like to get bear, pig, and then hawk by level 3. So I have three different spells. I need something like a pendant of mana or Sobi mask or something to keep me that mana from making me spawn. The Goblin Factory is really annoying to deal with. That's why these two heroes are so up there, man. Now, believe it or not, ranged units probably do better decision at reacting for the Goblin Factory. I think that this build done a good job, but they don't destroy it, man. Like the Riflemen probably do a better job at dealing with Goblin Factory than the freaking Dryads per se. Dryads, I think you need like three or four Dryads in order to take out the level 1 bear. Now imagine in level 3, I think you need three Dryads if I'm not mistaken, just to dispel one bear. Just to dispel one bear. Keep think that for a second. I think it's three. I don't think it's two. I think it's three because they're very tanky. Um, I wish the Hawk will have something like immune to magic. Freaking breakers can really destroy the Beastmaster, but aside from that, man, Beastmaster's somewhat untouchable. His level 6 is not that good to the Flame Lord. The Flame Lord's level 6 is so good. The Starfall is so good. Keeper's healing is so good. The Dark Ranger, the only reason why she's S tier is because of the silence. Silence is so good, man. It can put the Paladin in its knees, not using Divine Shield, shutting down level 6 SH, Voodoo Spell. Yeah, I think this is more of an accurate. I feel like maybe this line is not too accurate. Trying to think here. Now people might bash me for TC saying that he's a A tier. He might. He might move to A tier. But again, he doesn't make you win lanes in the beginning that much. So, Farseer is gonna take his spot. Naga Witch, another hero that can help you win lanes. Right there, because I feel like the Shockwave is not that good compared to her Fork Lightning. Um, man, the Acid Bomb is really good. The only reason this guy's higher than this two is because of his level 6. This guy's level 6 is actually still good. That's why he's higher than the Crypt Lord. Yeah, I think this is more accurate. I'm still thinking if I should put the Arc on top. I don't like his level 6. That's the only reason why I don't put him on top on S tier. Still thinking if SH should put on S tier. Yeah, because his hitting is actually really good. You know what? I'm still gonna put this guy in S tier, but barely on S tier, like that. And that. And that. Let's see. Tinker. I'm trying to say, make an assessment. Acid bomb. His armor is really weak as I've one. You need to put an item with this guy. He's a paper tiger. But the mana rod's level 6 has a higher cooldown and is affected by spells. I think the Inferno's way better. Yeah, I think I'll leave it like that. I think this is more of an accurate assessment. So this is more of a highest to weakest, highest to weakest, highest to weakest, highest to weakest, and then weakest. Let me know if this is more accurate. I think I had Keeper in like B tier or A tier. Like I thought I came to a conclusion. No, he's the best hero right now in Direct Strike. The best hero, man. If you see him, get him. He literally can win games. So I'm gonna cut this video and yeah, take care everybody. Have a good one. Peace out. Let me know if you guys actually enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Take care everybody.